How are you? Welcome to Relate with VanJudah. I am your girl, Jasmine VanJudah, the one and only Inzima Queen. Listen, what's up? How are you guys doing today? So today, ladies, have you ever wondered why is it that every relationship coach, everybody on social media has an advice for your relationship, but why is it always about the women? What about the men? Where they at? Don't we have advice for them? Don't we have something to say to them? Because I have a lot to say. But today, that's what we're going to talk about. And I have my good friend here. He's going to help me because we need the men, to say something. Because most of these relationship coaches are men. Have you noticed that? And all their advice is for us. Women, we need to come out and also say something. But anyways, today I have Kumasi Nyame here, and we're going to talk. How are you?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for doing this with me today. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So, have you noticed relationship advice on social media?
Yeah.
What is your take on it?
It's very broad,
Are you men not in the relationship with us?
Yeah.
So then why do you guys give advice? And whenever the advice is given, it's always towards us women, not you.
I think it's mostly because women are the most important pillar in the relationship.
That's his way to get out of it. But anyways.
Now, I'm not trying to get out anything like that, but look at it from this point of view. Women, in as much that we try to downplay the efforts of women, they are the pillar that joins the relationship together. When the woman is not in the relationship, there will be no relationship. A man can be in a relationship. A man can be in a relationship, but not in the relationship. You know that, right? When
Let
a
me
woman,
jump to that.
yeah, when a woman is not in the relationship, there's no relationship.
Okay, he is just going in deep, guys. He's trying to cover up for his team, men supporting men. But I got you, ladies. I got you. Hold on.
Okay.
But, when you hear relationship coaches, it's always, women, you're supposed to cook. You're supposed to clean. You're supposed to keep the house together. You're supposed to da-da-da. You're supposed to have this. What do women bring? The new one. That annoys me. What do you bring to the table? What do women bring to the table? But what about you men? What do you all bring to the table?
I mean, per how I was raised. When we talk about relationship and marriage, relationship in general, I think it's mainly of your culture. It's a culture out there. How I see marriage will be different from how you see marriage.
Okay.
That's why I think before you get into marriage, you should be able to understand whoever you're doing that way.
Okay.
Because it's an important union.
Okay.
Most people would say it's a sacred union. Where I'm from, the man have the role, and the woman have the role. And each roles comes together to make the union. You understand? The man's role is not important than the woman's role. Neither is the woman's role important than the man's role. Excuse me. So with that being said, roles needs to be defined. Most of these things that you are talking about, maybe you hear somebody from the Americas talking about marriage in their culture. Somebody from the Saudi talking about marriage in their culture. So it's so many conflicting ideologies on marriage. But if you want to ask me about my type of marriage, then maybe,
He went a little too far to cover up what men do.
I'm not trying to cover them.
Don't worry, I'm going to pull you back in.
Okay, pull me back in.
One thing I have noticed is whenever the relationship advice is geared towards women, I feel like because now women are fighting for a certain right, okay? And so we are also fighting on why is it that every advice is us? How come they are not advising men? Men help at home. Men cook. Men clean. Men do something. But it's always women do this. What about the men doing? I get what you're saying, that it depends where you're from. But when you check the universal thing, most of the advice is geared towards us. Why they're not advising men, treat your partner right. Do not cheat. Keyword. Cheat. But anyways, I'll get back to that keyword. But no, why they not advising men? Men, don't cheat. Men, support your partners. Because there are some women that are in a relationship doing it on their own. Right? But they're advising women, push harder. Be a supportive wife or a supportive partner to your boyfriend or husband. Right? But there's barely. I have seen books. If out of 10 books about women do this, women don't do, how to make your husband happy, how to make a man happy, how to be presentable woman for a man, how to carry yourself so that a man will see. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
I think I'm beginning to understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, because it's like how to be a presentable. So out of 10 books for women, it's only one for a man. And even that, I decided I was going to read Preparing to Be a Husband for a Wife. And I'm telling you, it was bare minimum in that book. But then on the same book, I forgot the name, but on the same book that was geared towards women, it was a whole, I'm telling you, it was like a whole lecture on what women should do. But they don't have that for men.
Okay.
Women from childhood, you're being groomed to become a wife. From childhood. Most women, most young girls, when you grow up, it's like, oh, I want to wear a ball gown to a wedding. I want to wear this to my wedding. I want to do this. I don't know, from maybe the part of the world, or even in general, majority, women are being prepared from childhood. Oh, you have to be in the kitchen with me. I remember growing up, my grandmother always kept me in the kitchen. Then my cousins were playing around. And I was
You mean the guys?
The guys.
Okay.
And I always used to wonder why. Right? But then women, we are groomed from childhood until you get to a certain age and you're like, okay, this is not for me, then you choose. But women are groomed, but men are not. Why is that? It's not right.
I mean, yeah, there are so many things that are not right in this world. And I think you are right. There's a double standard on that. Mm-hmm. But the fact of the matter is women enjoy marriage more than men do. I mean, women want marriage. Yes or no?
Women want it because that is what they have programmed our minds to be.
Okay, I agree with that.
Okay.
The programming is there. Mm-hmm. We can talk about the deprogramming and all that. We can talk about that. Mm-hmm. But what we're talking about right now is why is the advice geared to the women, right?
Not men.
Okay, I think it's because it's the women who want marriage. If I want something, if I want to buy a house right now, right? I need to be advised on what to do to get a house.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I have to, go through my lender, make sure that, I check all the cash codes and, credit system and everything. That is something that I have to do because I want a house.
Okay.
In a society that we are living in, you just said, most of the women want to be married. Yes or no?
Yes.
As compared to men.
Okay, yes, because that's what they've programmed us to be. Being Ghanaian, I'm from Ghana. I grew up here in America. One thing I have realized is being Ghanaian, if you get to a certain age, I remember the day I turned 25. I started to get 24, before turning 25. I started getting questions. When will you get married? I remember I have a family member that hooked me up. Like every week, there was a boyfriend for me. Literally, every week she had a boyfriend. So, Jasmine, this guy is good for you. Being a woman in an African culture, every week they're preparing a woman for. But when it comes to men, when they turn 35, almost 40s, when they will start asking,
the pressure comes.
When will you bring a woman home? Because I've done the survey, I've paid attention.
Yeah, because we are not the same.
Why is that?
What I'm saying is, they say the societal problem is there.
Okay.
That one, you and I cannot do anything about it.
We can change it, guys.
What we can do is, I'm going to train my kids in a way that I feel like fits the modern environment. Mm-hmm. I strongly believe that time changes things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? There were times that practice was very good.
Okay.
And with time, things keep changing and changing. They say tradition suffers modification. Mm-hmm. So far as the traditions are there, and then the modernized world is changing the traditions little by little. But I'm telling you, you are a Ghanaian. Mm-hmm. It's even better as compared to the Indians.
I get it. Arranged marriage. My friend was arranged when she was 21. Okay.
That problem is there. Mm-hmm. What I wanna do is, or what I wanna say is, we are men, right? I hardly see men who are so like, I really want to get married.
True.
It's women.
Okay.
So, and then look at the statistics. When marriages break, who suffers the most?
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Sometimes it can be the man.
It's sometimes, but percentage-wise.
No, okay, percentage-wise, women do suffer more. Okay, let me ask you a question. Since we want to
because I want to break it down to your question that you asked me.
You're not going to win this battle.
Okay, so you asked me, so why does it go to them? I think the notion behind that is that if anything happens in the marriage, this person is going to take the biggest blow.
Okay.
So we have to make sure that she is alert. She's aware of the situation.
Okay.
And she's getting herself in. I think that's the reason why most of the advice goes to the women.
I want to ask you a question since you're a guy. When your men meet and do your men stuff, do you guys advise each other, oh, you shouldn't cheat, or maybe you should help your wife more at home, or you should do, I want to, in general, not you.
Yeah.
Do you all have that
We
conversation?
do have conversations like that. We do.
You guys have the whole conversation because most women, when women, I won't say girls, when women get together, and me, because I remember when I officially started dating my partner, it was a whole, oh, Jasmine, you need to cook more. I don't cook. Okay. I really do not. I cook now because I have to, but generally I'm not the chef of my family. But then when I started dating my partner, and because there was an age difference, it was, oh, maybe you need to step out and do more like house duties, right? But then I don't see them saying that to men. I don't see guys because a lot of my friends are men, and I don't see them having these conversations when I'm in their midst. Maybe when I'm not, they have it. Do you guys actually have these conversations?
Yes, we do.
You advise each other.
Why not?
So
you see, advices comes in when people need it. When people don't need advice, you can hardly advise people when they don't need it.
They're not advising each other properly.
We are. Look. There has been times that we sat down and boys and we talk like Charlie.
Please
we
speak
talk
English for my.
Okay. Sometimes we do sit with our people and we be like, yo, you need to help the lady.
It actually happened.
Yeah, we I'm telling you, you need to help her. Sometimes some of us will notice. Okay. Sometimes when you're doing something wrong, normally you in the picture. You don't see it. Mm-hmm. So somebody from behind you that sees it and say, hey, you got to get this going. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We talked about stuff like that. Help her because when you lose this woman, man, I'm telling you, you're not going to find anybody like her. Mm-hmm. We talked about stuff like this. But men like to give people their space.
That's true.
We don't want to. If I want to talk about something with you, you should bring it to me.
Okay.
If I'm not invited in the situation, I don't want to get in the situation. It's not my problem. If I see my friend who is going after another girl, right, married, going after another girl, I'm saying, yo, man, you know what time it is, man. It's not high school anymore where you use that to show your prowess. Back in high school where you have many girls, you are the dawn. It's not a game anymore. We have this conversation, but the fact of the matter is, you need to be introduced or invite into the situation before you can say anything about it.
I kind of find it very hard to believe what he said, but I'm going to support it, support these men, what they say.
We do.
I find it so hard because I feel like, okay, when you are talking to your parents, I know women, me especially when I'm talking to my dad is always like, oh, when you get married, do this, don't do this. Or even now when I'm in a relationship, I'm in a very committed relationship. Shout out to my man, Mr. A. But now, he's always advising, okay, do this, don't do this, don't do that, do this. But then I see my brothers, and I don't see them having the same conversations with them. Like you said, women benefit more. I don't really believe that.
It's not even benefits. It's not about benefit. Women suffer more in relationship.
Thank you.
And women
admitted it.
And women want marriage more than men do. These are facts.
It is only fact because society has made it so.
Like we can't live without society
did not make it so. Because men, I feel like when you guys get older, is when they put the marriage on you because it's like, oh, you at this point you need somebody to take care of you.
Let me give you a vital point here. I'm gonna say that I know the men are gonna be pissed off at me. But naturally, women are smarter than men.
Oh, we know that.
Okay.
we know.
Naturally, women are smarter than men. Mm-hmm. Just that men can make concise and precise decisions. Yeah. Men can make concise.
Women, I got you.
Concise and precise decisions. But women are very smart. They are smarter than men. So, that's how they let the men grow a little bit, get to a certain age where they think the maturity level is higher.
That's true.
That's why they do that.
Okay. Well, I'll give him 1 point, you guys. Sorry, ladies. I have to give him this one.
This, yeah.
Let me, everything he just said in a smart way, he's trying to say women are smarter than men and we mature better than men, okay? It takes them a long time. Sorry, sir. How long did it take you to mature?
It's just, especially when you're from the part of the world that we are from, that part, is more masculine.
Okay.
You know, it takes a stronger man to see maybe what we were being taught is a little bit, you know, mixed. It's based on biased or something like that. You know, I've sat down and I've seen what some women, when given power, what they can do. You know, and I'm somebody that always advocate that women should be pushed more. I also believe that there are certain things that are for women and there are certain things that are for men. That's my belief. You know, so when it comes to relationship, I think when you have a happy wife, when the woman is happy in the relationship, it doesn't matter how the man is, the relationship will still stand. When the woman is not happy, it doesn't matter how the man is, it will never stand.
I have to give him this one too because we benefit, ladies. You know, I'm not supporting the men. I got you, ladies, but I have to give him this one. Okay, and also a man's feelings in a relationship also matters. Let's be, as much as we're fighting for a woman being happy, I want to clarify, making sure that your partner is also happy. Your man is happy also matters too. Okay, it's not always about us.
Yeah, we cannot even cry. You know,
why?
a man cannot be vulnerable. And I'm gonna tell you this.
I'll correct you. I think it depends who you're with.
Okay, so you see.
It depends who you're with.
The society that I'm trying to collect my thoughts before I say anything. I don't wanna.
Your guys are watching.
I don't wanna offend your friends. I can take care of my friends, but your friends,
we will find you. Okay.
Yeah, you know, the way that we were raised. You see how you were saying, it's only the women that they are on. When this where we are to our problem too. The society has made us this way. Have you heard the word bemensu?
In the Ghanaian culture, yeah, men don't cry.
Even in American culture,
men don't cry.
Men don't cry.
Yeah, boss up.
Yeah, when it's man up.
Man up, yeah, man up.
When something happened and they want the man to lead, right? Even in the selective services, it's for the men,
true.
Right? Why do you think they made those things for the men? Why are the women not being included? Because
women, I think from my research, when we come to services, it's because women are the weaker link. I'm saying quote because that's the definition that they have. Women are the weaker link.
I didn't create that. It's the same society.
Created that.
So you see, that in that case, okay, right now when you say the woman is the weaker link, the men, when it comes to war, it's the men going, right?
Y'all can die for us, sacrifice
you know what I'm saying?
For us. Okay.
So I just feel like in any situation, there's always going to be both sides.
There will,
you know, and in relationships, men are being abused, like. Men are really abused
emotionally.
Some men are really traumatized. They cannot even complain about it.
That's true.
Men cannot be vulnerable. Like you cannot even open up and cry on your woman. The woman will start to say, he's the one crying on me. What kind of man is this? You know what I'm saying? True. So we are put in a spot that sometimes there are certain things that we cannot do, and it weighs us. You know, it weighs men. And with this that I'm saying right now, it takes somebody who is smarter to be able to understand.
That's true.
Most people would not, but it's something that we are all dealing. So we also have our part that we are dealing. The abuse that you all give to us all the time, we take it, you know.
We do not abuse them.
You know, the silence abuse, the abuse that is there but it's not there. You know that one that you know
silent killer.
You know you are killing this man with this behavior.
Well.
But because he cannot complain, who are you going to talk to?
Well, we have suffered enough for years in the hands of y'all men. So now we have strength to fight back. So thank you. No, I support what you're saying because I have been in a situation like that. I remember when I started dating my partner, he wasn't vulnerable till I think over almost a year into the relationship. And I feel like, that one, we women need to do better. Create a safe space for your partner to be able to come talk to you. And I think it took me a while to be able to create that safe space because a lot of times when a man shows his emotion, it's looked at as, okay, you're weak. So, that I understand because I had to go through that with my partner until I was able to break that wall.
And especially when you are from certain families.
Yes.
Certain families, you are not supposed to portray any form of weakness.
Yeah.
If you know how you were saying you are groomed from infancy to think you're going to wear a ball gown and be married and all that. You know what I'm saying? When you're from some family, you are being raised to lead.
That's true.
You understand? And you cannot show any form of weakness. And any form of weakness can even be like falling in love. You
So it's hard to men to show that they're in love with somebody.
Yes. So you have to always keep everything strictly business. So men are going through. We may not have to go through that. So we all have some kind of.
Okay.
Go ahead. Say
Oh
whatever.
no, I support it. I support
I'm just a guest.
I support what you're saying, but I feel like sometimes it's 50-50 too.
I think the men
are suffering more.
There are some abuse that's not even classified.
Yes. Yes.
Nobody even look at it like it's an abuse.
Nobody cares about it.
Do you know what it feels when you are in the house with your? Okay, you know how we are all grown, we are all raised that we have to take care of our women. It's my job to make sure my wife is happy, my kids are happy, and then your woman is not happy, and then you ask her,
"Are you okay?
Are you okay?"
Yes.
Yeah. You know what y'all
do. I do it all the time.
I think it's more painful than I don't know.
It tortures my man.
That's why that's.
But I think for women, some women actually do it intentionally. Like for me, when something is wrong and he asks me, I know something is wrong, but I want to torture him for him to know because he did something to me. So when you torture him like that, it's called silent treatment. Silent treatment tortures them more than me getting angry and saying something. That's what I think they have a saying, silence is power. So when I'm silent, you're wondering, oh, what did I do? Maybe I should do better.
And
it does get results, though. I get flowers at the end of the day. Cheers to that.
It doesn't. It kills marriages. It kills relationships.
But sometimes communicate, right? Communicate what has happened.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Sometimes there are some men that when you communicate it, they attack.
You see, listen.
They attack. Oh, I wasn't wrong. Oh, I didn't do that. But then later they'll come and apologize.
You see?
So I'll give you silent treatment.
You see, look, most men apologize not because they are wrong. Most men apologize because they want peace to prevail. I think what we need to do in this thing called marriage is to be able to accept each other's flaws. If we get to that space where we are able to accept each other's flaws, I think everything will be fine. Because the point of the matter, everybody have perspectives. Oh, this is my perspective. And perspective cannot be wrong.
True.
It's my personal perspective.
Yeah, you're entitled to
so
that.
I'm bringing my perspective on the table. You brought yours on the table. So looking at where we want to get to, which perspective that's, which of these two can get us to the destination. So then maybe it's her perspective. It doesn't make my perspective wrong. So the men still have the point to say that I'm not wrong.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But we are just looking at the safest one. We are just looking at what is going to take us there fast. So there are so many factors that we are considering at the moment. Doesn't make me wrong. So the fact of the matter is we're going through all that, blah, 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 blah. And then if I feel like I'm not being heard, everybody want to speak to somebody that they feel like they will hear them. True. So even now you are speaking, we are not hearing ourselves. What if you are not speaking?
Perfect.
I'm going to get somebody to speak.
That's where cheating happens.
That's where the problem is.
Men. Okay. Since we're on the topic, before we even close, we're almost at the end. What is your take on relationship coaches and life coaches? I have a few opinions, but I want to talk about this topic.
Let me know your opinions.
What is my opinion? I feel like relationship coaches and I have everything I'm about to say is my opinion, okay? Because I have about 4 life coaches in my family and in my life. But I personally feel like relationship coaches and life coaches is the biggest scam ever. Why do I say that? A relationship coach is only giving you his opinion. They're giving you their opinion. And I remember there was a patch. Ooh, I hit the mic. But anyways, I remember there was a patch in my relationship. And I had a relationship coach friend. And I started talking to him about a few things. And I realized that he's only giving me his perspective. He's only giving me the book, what is written, that's supposed to go. But then relationships are not one size fit all.
You're right.
Relationships, because how I sustained my 2-year relationship may not be the same somebody sustained their 2-year relationship. Everybody's road to getting there is different, right? But we all have to do it in our way. And I feel like when it comes to relationship coaches, they're always telling us what not to do, but they're doing it.
Yeah.
I remember, I think, was it...
Same thing with the pastors.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about
most of them
that.
are them though.
Please, my daddy's a pastor. Don't do that. Don't do that. But anyways, I agree with that though. My dad did this. I agree. But no, a lot of relationship coaches. I don't know if it was last year or 2020. There was a huge thing.
The American guy.
The relationship coach guy. He comes on there and blasts men for the same thing he did. He's a what? Most women even left their partners because of this man. Yeah. Because of his advice. But he's a relationship coach. Yeah. Life coaches are my biggest. I promise I do not. I don't understand why. Because they're telling you what is working for them, not what is going to work for you. You get what I'm saying? So for me, I don't like relationship coaches. So once in a while, they give good advice that can help, once in a while. But and I think that's general. Everybody can. Because I have a life coach that I life coach his life better than he can life coach his life. Did that whole tautology make sense? Yeah, it does. I literally, sometimes he will call me and sometimes I'm like, don't you get paid to life coach people? So how come? And I can life coach him better than he can. But he's a licensed life coach. So I feel like it's a scam. I don't support it. Bro. What is your opinion?
I don't think it's a scam. I wouldn't use scam for it. I just think we all have opinions. And being a life coach, being a relationship expert, counselor, whatever their names are, it's all opinions. Okay. And it varies. Okay. And then not every situation can fix, every solution can fix every problem. I have one. It's like these phones that we are having. We have the Android side and we have the iOS. The iOS charger is different from the Android. The
iOS one is better.
Okay, good. They may be like the battery is dead. Both of them battery is dead. But you can't use iOS charger to charge both of them. That's true. That's how it is. But the fact of the matter is the iOS can't charge the iOS. You know what I'm saying? So just look for what is for you. I think what we are not doing is we are not looking for what is ours. There's always an advice that could be a general advice. Treat your woman with care.
That's general.
It's general advice. But when there are specifics, you cannot just go on social media and listen to somebody who is coming from a specific point of view and thinking that point of view can be used to fix your problem. No. That's why when you go to counselors, you give them the specifics and they want you to be honest with them so they can, based on all the factors, and make the decision. If you withdraw or if you withheld any, facts, it's not, the information that they're going to give to you is not going to be accurate. You know what I'm saying? I believed in it. I just feel like that's their job. They are doing it. It's like doctors. It's their job to, tell people, do not drink too much, don't smoke too much. The fact that they want to smoke is on them. You know what I'm saying? The fact of what I need from them is treat me. It's not my job to treat a doctor. I'm not a doctor. When a doctor is able to treat me, I'll take it. Okay. I don't care about him. And most of the time, it's like the pastors that we know. The pastors always have answers to everything, but they suffer the most.
That's true.
That's what it is. So I wouldn't say all of them, but I would say some of them. But I have a strong view that if you are not married, you don't qualify to talk about marriage.
Okay.
Let me say this: it is the only institution that you get a license to go in. You get a license before you get into it.
That's true.
Marriage.
That's true.
In any institution, you have to get into it, work before they give you a certificate for it, right? In marriage, you get a certificate before you enter. So it's different.
That's true. Choose your soulmate wisely. But with that said, thank you, Kumasi Nyame, for joining me today. Thank you. Anyways, I'll keep my opinion. My opinion is treat each other how you will want to be treated. When it comes to relationship advice on social media, like he said, it's geared towards women because women, we're the best, we're wiser, we're smarter, we're amazing. I wanted to say a lot so that the men can feel bad, but no, men are amazing too. So let's just treat each other how we will want to be treated. If you don't want to be cheated on, do not do it. If you don't want to be talked to anyhow, don't do it to another person. Thank you guys so much for watching my show, Relate with VanJudah. See you next time. Bye.